Welcome to the Truth Radio. I'm Crazy Eddie, along with your other host, Mr. Alexima. Mr. Alexima, how you doing today?
I'm great. I'm good. A little hostile though.
I'm a little hostile myself. As you already know, it's been quite the evening.
Right. You could say that. You could say that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we are here for the second edition of the Week Rewind, and it's been a great week.
A lot of stuff happened this week. You know, starting off Monday, but the biggest news to me for the whole week was the Philando Castile trial that the police officer that shot him was on. Um, the jury deciding that he was not guilty.
Right. So yesterday, a Minnesota jury acquitted St. Anthony, Minnesota police officer Jeronimo Yanez, second-degree manslaughter charges in the shooting of Philando Castile. In considering the rightness of the verdict, CNN has put together a transcript of the fatal encounter, which starts as Castile's vehicle came to a complete stop. Yanez approaches Castile's car on the driver's side. Yanez exchanges greetings with Castile and told him that the brake light had a problem. And we know what happened after that. CNN played that shooting, that bloody shooting, over and over and over again.
That they did. But even if they didn't broadcast it, it was a bloody shooting regardless. And an unjustified one, you know.
Yeah, just saw the press conference with his, I think his mom saying that to the crowd, "Hey, you're next. You're next." Did you see that?
Well, we know that already. We do know. I mean, I feel for her and everything, but yeah, we do know that. And unfortunately, what happened to her son happens to be one of the reasons why we do know that.
Right. Crazy, because it's just another example of an unarmed black man getting shot for no reason, and the police, the Blue Lives Matter, getting away with it.
But we would more than likely probably not even have heard of this if it wasn't for his girlfriend going live on Facebook. You probably would never even heard of this. It would just been another guy that was shot, or maybe it would have been twisted in another way. He was coming at the cop or something. We don't know.
Right.
But, we know that he was a licensed gun carrier. He was reaching for his wallet, and the cop got a little bit scared or shook or whatever, and let off his gun, let off his weapon.
Yeah. So he was operating under two commands: get his license and don't reach for his gun. And it says he still reaches for his license following the officer's orders, and he assures him that he is not reaching for the gun, also following the officer's orders. The entire encounter, he assures Yanez that he's following Yanez's instruction. He died anyways.
And he's not here today for following the instructions that the officer set, which makes no sense to me. But then again, we're kind of used to it now. I think we were a little bit in shock last year when all this was going down because of the boom, 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 boom of every week. It seemed like there was something going on, but
right.
But for the cop not to face any kind of discipline,
it's the norm. It's
justice. Yeah, justice is not served. Life is gone for no reason.
Right.
But it's not the first life that's gone for no reason. So, Philando is basically going to follow in a long line of African Americans that there's no justice for them. You got you've got him now. You got Rika Boyd, who people still seem to forget, who was the young woman in Chicago that was shot by an off-duty officer when the officer got into a shouting match with someone in a crowd. So he just let off his gun in the crowd, striking Rika in the back of the head, who had nothing to do with the confrontation with the off-duty officer. and the person he's having a shouting match with. And by the way, he also was acquitted. Okay, he also was acquitted for brandishing his gun in a crowd and letting it off, and it hit an innocent bystander. And the reason that he was acquitted was because the judge in the case said that the prosecutors did not bring the right charge. See, prosecutors were charging him with, I think it was manslaughter or something like that, when the judge said this should be a murder case. You know, man, you just can't just take your weapon out and shoot it into a crowd, whether you're an officer or not. So he dismissed the case because they brought the wrong charges. But then again, after he dismissed them, the prosecutors couldn't charge him again. So he's just walking around.
The slippery
He's
slope
just walking around free
of having to prove intent for capital murder, first degree, second degree, then of course manslaughter, which is a lot easier. Oh well, since he's dead, we'll give him manslaughter charges. You know, does a few years, gets off good behavior, boom, he's back on the street doing it again.
Oh, so, man,
there's a template for this.
Sean Bell, right?
The list goes on.
You can think about him, you know. Amadou Diallo, can't forget about him, shot by four off-duty officers who thought he was a rapist and mistaken identity.
Yeah.
And they shot him 41 times. They shot at him 41 times, hitting him 19 times because they thought he was the rape suspect they were looking for, but they were wrong. They were all put on trial. 1999, they were all put on trial for murder and found not guilty.
The hits just keep on coming.
I mean, it's funny to think about it. It's amazing. It's amazing.
The hits keep on rocking. The hits keep on rocking, baby. You know, the hits keep on rocking. All right, so we have another story of what is it? The text. Oh
yes, the text message case. We have Michelle Carter was found guilty, I believe, of manslaughter for egging her then boyfriend to kill himself. And he did. He ended up killing himself. I think this is back in 2014.
And why is this her fault? I'm just wondering, why is it her fault? I don't think it's her.
So her boyfriend, even before they were dating, had problems mentally. I think he dealt with depression.
Oh, okay.
And he had tried, I believe, to kill himself before that. So he dealt with depression. I think this is something he's just dealt with through his life, as you know, from teenager on. But when he started dating her, you know, whatever was going on there, but he texting back and forth with her, telling her he wanted to kill himself. And she said, "Dude, just go ahead and do it," you know, and egging him on through the texts that the police found, you know, and, you know, pages and pages and pages and pages of her egging him on to just go ahead and do it, you know, just do it. Stop talking about it. Just go ahead and do it. This and that, da, da, da. And he went ahead and killed himself.
Okay.
So yes, there hasn't really been a case like this before.
All right.
But the jury found her guilty of manslaughter. So what will happen to her after that? I don't know. I think she was I don't know if she was out on bail, but I don't know what kind of sentence she'll get, but she was found guilty.
It says here, Ms. Carter, now 20, is to be sentenced August 3rd and faces up to 20 years in prison.
I don't think she'll do 20 years, but...
All right, so the judge's decision handed down on Friday stunned many legal experts with its conclusion that words alone could not cause a suicide.
I mean, you know, it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. If you know someone who's depressed and they're looking to you to help, maybe not to help, but to talk to, and you tell them to go ahead and just do it, just end your life. What are you talking to me for? Right?
Yeah. I mean, we had a case.
Remember, they're depressed. They're depressed now. So you just basically, maybe they're looking at you as the last hope, you know, to talk to, especially at that one moment when they really feel like doing something to themselves and you tell them to go ahead and do it and they do it, it is a little bit your fault. It is a little bit your fault. You could have done something. You could have called somebody and be like, hey, he's at home alone. Can you go? You could have said anything, call the police to his house to save him or something, or while you stay on the phone with him, like you told him, just do it. Go ahead.
So if I tell you to go jump off a bridge and you don't do it.
Do I have a history of depression though? You see, a history that you know of. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. Like if you tell somebody, oh, go jump off a bridge. No, that's not manslaughter right there. But if the person has a history of depression, because if the person has a history of depression, that
what if that person doesn't know? What if the person doesn't know?
But that's not this case. This case, the person knew.
If you're an attorney, you can prove that. Hey, she may not have known. How can you prove that she knew?
Of course, she was a friend. They were friends of the family beforehand. He tried to kill himself. He tried to kill himself before this time that he actually did kill himself. He tried to kill himself before, was unsuccessful doing it. So he suffered from depression. And of course, again, you have a text message history between the two that day also that confirms she already knows. She said, oh, in her texts, she even said, you always talk about this. Why don't you go ahead and just do it? What does that mean? You always talk about this, meaning he's talked to her before about taking his life.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And why didn't he cut this person out of his life so he wouldn't have to hear this?
You mean the guy?
Yeah, the guy.
Cut. No. It's not that he didn't want to hear this. Remember, we're talking about a depressed person. Okay.
Yes.
Mentally, he's not stable. So it's not like he told her to go kill herself, and she's the one who's mentally stable. She is mentally stable. It's the other way around. She told a mentally unstable person to kill themselves, and then kind of egged them on to do it.
You think you could have gotten her?
No.
No.
What she should have? Why didn't she at that time? Why didn't she keep him on the phone and call the police, call his mother, call his family or something like that, or whatever, text them or whatever?
Is there any motivation for him dying? Was there any motivation? Was there anything to be gained from him dying?
By who?
By the girl.
By the girl?
Yeah.
The fact that she just wanted him to do it.
Was there any insurance?
That's her motivation.
Claim? Is there any insurance?
No. This is just a boyfriend. This is not her. This is not her husband.
That is some serious hate. That's some serious hate on her side.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know her. I mean, remember, she's a girl going out with a guy who's depressed. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know what her story is. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So what kind of person is she? I don't know.
All right. So at its core, the case was about two troubled teenagers and a fatal path to their online relationship. That's pretty much what it is. That's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. And interesting you would choose this topic, but I find it very, very interesting.
It was interesting. It was an interesting case. Never had that before. Never seen it before. So
well, there was a case like this in over in Lakeland of a girl who got bullied and she killed herself, and the mother of the girl.
Yeah, the online bullying.
Right.
I just never seen it with a boyfriend and girlfriend. What is what I mean? Like I never seen it where the girlfriend is egging the boyfriend to do it, and he actually does. So online bullying for children, yes, I understand that.
We'll have to see what happens in this case. You think she'll get 20? You don't think so?
No. I mean, she's well, first of all, she's a woman. She's white. She's not gonna get 20 years, please.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
They'll probably plead. Maybe she'll get a plea or I don't. Oh no. Actually, she's already been found guilty. So I don't know. They'll agree to something. I don't know. 10 years maybe. 10 years maybe.
All right, off to more cheerier news for you, of course. Golden State Warriors dominate to become 2017 champions.
Yeah.
I know you're happy about that.
It should have happened last Friday, but something unbelievable happened where Cleveland just couldn't miss from three. I mean, they just it was amazing what I was watching.
Yeah.
But on Monday, everything came back to earth.
Right, and then Golden State couldn't miss. Kevin Durant couldn't miss.
But that's what they do all year.
Why
Kevin Durant is
Kevin
Durant's 7 foot tall. You know,
Yeah.
he's 7 foot tall. He's right next to the rim.
No, Kevin Durant did not shoot this good when he played for Oklahoma City.
Kevin Durant won the MVP.
As far as I'm concerned,
he was the MVP 2 years ago, and he's been a scoring champion of the. He's been a scoring champion of the NBA 6 times, by the way. The scoring champ.
I don't think
6 scoring championships.
I don't think he can do what he did ever again. I don't think he'll ever have a shooting performance like that, like he did in the finals. You'll never see it again. It's just not Kevin Durant. It's just not him.
It is him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is him. I mean, the guy 2 years ago when he won the MVP averaged 30 points a game. I mean, come on. That's Jordan numbers right there.
Why didn't he shoot like this with OKC?
He did shoot like
Never
that
seen
with
him
OKC,
shoot.
except that they had another guy over there, Russell Westbrook, who just took so many shots away from Kevin Durant.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, we're blaming Westbrook now, huh?
Yeah.
An MVP of the league, by the way.
They made it to the Western Conference Finals last year. They had Golden State down in the Western Conference Finals last year, and then Golden State came back and won. And then Durant said, "You know what? I'm gonna take my talents over to Golden State."
Now, is that not a punk move on Kevin?
Why is that a punk move? He was a free agent. He didn't force a trade, right? He didn't force Oklahoma City to trade him. He was a free agent. He could go wherever he want to go, and Golden State.
But why Golden State? Why not? Why not like, I don't know, the Brooklyn Nets?
Why did LeBron go back to Cleveland and get Kevin Love to come over there and get who else did he get to go over? J.R. Smith and Derek Williams, whatever his name is. Why did he get all these guys to come over there?
Listen, that was his team. He could have done whatever he wanted. He built that.
Exactly. Oh, he didn't build Cleveland. He went over to Cleveland after Miami. You understand? He was in Miami for 4 years. He has no idea.
Where was he before? Where was he before Miami?
Before Miami? You mean 4 years earlier? He was.
Doesn't matter. Cleveland. Exactly. It was.
He didn't even know Kyrie Irving. He got there before Kyrie Irving. He left after Kyrie Irving wasn't even there yet.
It was his team. He left and came back. Okay.
Why did he leave? Why did he leave?
Well, he was young and dumb.
He didn't get traded. He didn't get traded. He was a free agent. He could go wherever he wanted to go. And he went to Miami because Miami had Wade, and then they got Bosh, and they became a super team. It's no big deal.
So if Kevin Durant leaves Golden State, goes back to OKC, are they going to win the championship?
I don't know. All I know is Kevin Durant's a champion right now. That's all I know. And all I know is that LeBron, for all these accomplishments he has, right? I mean, he's so accomplished. He's got 3 championships. I don't care about how many times he's been to the finals. He has 3 championships, and just like that, Kevin Durant got 1, only 2 away. just like that. See, it brings LeBron down a little bit. Oh, he's been to 8 straight finals and stuff. That's actually hurting him as far as him being thought of as the GOAT.
No,
not him being a great player. He's a very good player, yes, of course.
Never will be.
But to be thought of as the GOAT
at the same level as Jordan, there's a lot of people out there.
Well, it's over already. I mean, you've lost 5 times in the finals. It's kind of funny to say you've lost. Imagine Jordan losing 5 times in the finals, only won 1 title.
It's shameful. It's shameful. You can never compare them. You can never compare.
Stockton, Malone, Barkley, Clyde Drexler.
Now, there is a
Robinson. You got all those guys. You know what those guys have in common right there? You know those guys? Oh, my bad. Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. You know what those guys have in common right there? They all faced Jordan in the finals, and they were great players. The Supersonics, the Seattle Supersonics won 62 games that year. No, excuse me. I'm sorry. 67 games that year.
Did they win that many games?
They won 67 games that year that they played, and they ran through the Western Conference. And then they got to the finals. And Mr. Jordan was there and shut them out. Then enough of the Seattle Supersonics garbage, the Rain Man garbage. You know? He shut it down. They shut it down.
There's a gentleman circulating Facebook now, big bald-headed guy, is not as good as LeBron. And
what happened? What happened?
He was saying how whack Karl Malone was like old, and Sean Kemp was sorry, and Barkley was sorry, and Clyde Drexler was old, and Magic didn't have Byron Scott, and he was just going off. Okay. He knew his stuff. I didn't agree with him totally, but one thing he did say is Kobe should not be mentioned in the same sentence as LeBron, which I like.
How many championships does LeBron have?
Listen, he's young.
Okay? No, I'm saying LeBron's not young. LeBron's 32. What are you talking about? He's
still young. Jordan.
How many championships?
To go.
How many championships?
He's got 10 years to go.
Yeah, no, but how many championships does LeBron have though? He has 3, right?
He's got 3. Yeah.
How many does Kobe have? How many does Kobe have?
He's only got 3 if you take away Shaq.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? Because Shaq won those championships for Kobe.
So Kobe's not a good player, is what you're saying.
I'm saying that Kobe cannot win without Shaq. Can
LeBron win a championship by himself?
He could if he tried.
He did. When was that? When did he not have a super team to help him win a championship?
I don't think you can consider Dwayne Wade, bone on bone, Dwayne Wade and Kevin Bosh a super team with Birdman.
Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade and LeBron were not a super team. That's a Hollywood team right there.
No, it's not.
Guys went. It was Hollywood. People came out.
They were listen. No, they were floppers. No, they flopped their way to the championship.
They didn't win 4 championships. They won 2.
Le Flop Wade, LeBron James, and Le Flop Wade. Okay, that's what I used to call them when they were with Miami. Okay,
but you know what? History will show. LeBron has 3. Kobe has 5.
Yes, I know.
Okay, that's what history will show. Because Kobe can do this, right, and have a ring all 5 fingers. LeBron can only do. You understand?
Yeah. Okay.
And now he's got a Debo. LeBron has a Debo in front of him now because Golden State is going to come right back next year. It's going to come back next year. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, my God, LeBron's going through the Eastern Conference like nothing, right? I don't care who you got in the East. You're going to beat the Wizards, Toronto, the same teams all the time. You're going to get to the finals, and Golden State's going to be right
Let's not forget, San Antonio got hurt. If San Antonio didn't get hurt,
right,
they would have never been there in the first place. Okay,
right.
Let's just keep it real here. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, San Antonio, Golden State, I'm sure.
Miraculous injuries. San Antonio, miraculous injuries. Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard at the same time. Come on. I mean, it was just luck. Yeah. What can you say? There's nothing you can say.
Well, didn't Isaiah Thomas get hurt for Boston? Right? And after that, you get hurt. What was the beginning of game 2, right? He got hurt, and that was it. It was a wrap. You didn't see Isaiah Thomas no more, the second leading scorer in the league this year. He was gone. And that's the Eastern Conference Final. So after that happened,
injuries helped Golden State win this year. That's it.
And then what happened with Cleveland, though? I said Isaiah Thomas, the second leading scorer in the league, was hurt. LeBron didn't have to worry about him. You know,
it wouldn't have mattered. The little leprechaun couldn't.
We'll never know.
No. Listen, put it like this: take away those injuries, Golden State doesn't win this thing. I'm sorry. San Antonio was whooping that tail. Okay,
we'll see.
That's all I'm saying.
All I know is they got a title. Kevin Durant is a champion right now.
All right. Well, speaking of
LeBron can shave his head. He can try and look like Jordan. He can wear Jordan's number all he wants. I don't care. Okay.
LeBron James is now the newest bald-headed star. Okay, he is officially like Mike now. He shaved his head in a preemptive strike against his receding hairline and patchy.
What about all the things that he was doing beforehand with the spray and the whatever he was doing? You know, like one day you would see him and you see the baldness coming in on his head, and the next day it's just all black. You know, with a line and everything. We're like, wow. I didn't know he was that self-conscious.
He should have embraced his baldness early instead of waiting until the end of the season. Whatever. Some guys take it.
No. He did that on purpose because he was in his feelings. He's hurt. He's hurt right now. He needs something to make himself feel better. He knows everybody.
Hold on to your hair after you're hurt. Your feelings are hurt. When you want to hold on to your hair.
His is already going. It's going already. People make fun of him about it. He's tired of looking at all the memes and everything. He said, "You know what? I'm just gonna let it go. I'm in my feelings, and then I'm gonna post a picture of it. I'm gonna post a picture of it so people can comment because I'm in my feelings and I need people to talk about me right now because right now I'm feeling a little bit low. Right. I need attention, so I'm gonna do this. Try and take a little bit away from Golden State, and that's why he did it.
Hey, he's a bum.
He's a bum.
Oh, listen. LeBron looks pretty. He looks all right. He looks pretty good with the bald head. It's not too bad. He could have just done it a long time ago. It wouldn't have been a big deal.
It was never a big deal. I don't understand why he didn't just do it.
Hopefully, this new bald head will give him more aerodynamicy and give him the speed he needs to. And I don't know. LeBron needs to find. I don't know. I don't know. It's just. With the game on the line, I would still give the ball to Jordan rather than LeBron because LeBron will barrel his way in and flop and hope for the call. With Jordan, you didn't have to worry about that. It was back you down.
Well, remember LeBron, again, that's why I will always say LeBron is more like Magic Johnson than he is like Jordan. Okay, LeBron's looking for the open man. If he's going to try and barrel in and try to do a lucky shot, or he's going to try and look and see for somebody open. Now, Magic Johnson, 6'9" point guard, and a great passer, and he could score and all that. But Jordan is the one you give it to. Everybody knows where the ball is going. There's only two people that I know that I would be scared to get the ball at the end. Jordan and Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller?
Whoa. Do not discredit Reggie Miller, okay? Reggie Miller once scored 11 points in like 6 seconds against the Knicks.
Bad defense. John Starks, bad defense.
And what about when they scored against the Bulls? So when was it, game 2 or whatever? When they did when Miller ran all the way around, Jordan was chasing.
He pushed off. If you remember, he pushed.
He did push off, but he made the shot. But he pushed off. But he made the shot.
But he pushed off.
He made the shot. But back then you could do that.
No, you couldn't do that. The referee didn't see it, so you can't come with that. I'm sorry. I know the history. He pushed off. I watched the game. He pushed off.
So you don't think Reggie Miller was a deadly shooter?
Maybe from 3-point, yes.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean.
I'm talking about perimeter. Let's say everyone's playing the 3-point line. How are you going to get the shot off? We're talking. He needs a screen. He needs a high pick and roll. He needs something like that. We're talking about like you got the ball, create off the dribble. Okay, no set shooting bull crap. Get the ball, try to score. You tell me you're gonna put Reggie Miller in there? Come on. Take that. Get it out of here. Okay, You could have said Kobe. Kobe's not that great in my eyes. I'm sorry.
Kobe's not that great. Come on now.
He's great when the game is not on the line. He's great. But when the game's on the line, he's not that great. I'm sorry. I said it. Okay, I know
He's got 5 championships.
Yeah, well, 3 of them belong to Shaq. Okay, 3 of them belong.
He didn't do anything.
The guy had Karl Malone, Gary Payton.
Didn't do anything. No. They lost that. They lost that finals. They lost that final. They lost that finals.
Wait a minute. He had Shaq.
They lost that final with Gary Payton and Karl Malone. They lost that final to Detroit.
And Robert
Detroit. They lost to Detroit.
Hang on one second. You had 4 all-stars on one team. That was the ultimate super team.
Robert Ory was a good player, but he wasn't an all-star.
He's got 5 rings. Robert Ory
on some
has
good
5
teams.
rings. Oh, Kobe's been on some good teams too then.
Kobe was a major part of it.
Robert Ory was a major part of it. Robert Ory hit a couple of shots that if he didn't hit it, Kobe would not have some rings.
That's every team.
Lucky shots.
That's every team.
Look that shot that bounced. The shot that bounced. You know, remember when they were going for the rebound and the ball just bounced to Robert Ory and he hit the 3? Oh, I couldn't go to sleep for nights after that bullshit.
I know, we hated that. That.
I wanted to break everything in the house that night.
I think wasn't that when they were playing the Sacramento Kings? Remember they had their little battles.
Yes,
right?
Yes. It was when
always
it was
some
Chris
garbage
Webber,
would happen.
And oh my God.
Always something would happen where they couldn't beat the Lakers, right?
What's it?
I remember.
Was it Stojakovic?
Yeah.
Who was on that team? Chris Webber.
It was Webber, Stojakovic, Bibby.
Yes, Bibby.
And then White Chocolate.
White Chocolate was on. Jason Williams was on there. Went to UF. I played ball with him.
Oh my goodness.
Who else?
But do you remember what's the dude Derek
they had everybody. They had everybody
for the Lakers. What's the
Derek Fisher?
Derek Fisher that hit the 3
with
like 4 seconds remaining.
It wasn't a 3. It was a shot on the lower left corner.
Lower left corner. 0.4 seconds left.
0.4. You can't get a shot off.
Nope. But guess what? The referees let it go.
But that's why Kobe won. That's why Kobe has 5 rings. Kobe couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it by himself. He needed those. See? Jordan gave you the ball when you were open. You didn't need no luck to. These Lakers, the balls was bouncing to them and they were hitting. And then let's not forget. Who is that? Who is the one center they had that plays for who does he play for now?
Who, the Lakers?
Yeah, who's the white guy? Who's the white center they had? Paul, crappy, ugly, no beard shaven, looked like he just woke up out of bed, walking to the basketball court arena. Yes, Paul Gasol. You remember that rebound? He got lucky and tipped in with like 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
I hate the Lakers. I hate the Lakers. Okay. It's just bringing memories back. And let me tell you, Detroit blowing them out was one of the best days of my life. I'll never forget that.
Yeah. There were no match for Detroit, and then that was the end of Kobe and Shaq.
Yes.
But then that's when we found out that they actually had beef with each other.
Well, Kobe was selling out Shaq, right?
But then what did Shaq do? Right? They let Shaq go. Shaq goes to Miami and wins a championship with Dwayne Wade. Right?
Right. And then the year after that, Kobe gets lucky and gets by the Orlando Magic, who should have won that championship. Orlando had that, and they should have won, but a lucky call from the refs gave it to the Lakers. I just hate I just can't stand these Lakers. I'm sorry.
Enough.
All right, enough. All right, let's move on. Okay, all eyes on me. You got some Demetrius Shipp Jr. plays Tupac in the new film All Eyes on Me.
Right.
You're the movie guy. Go ahead and explain it away.
Okay, basically it is the Tupac story. But I give the movie usually I rate on an A, B, C or D scale, and I gave this movie a C.
That's pretty low.
I think the portrayal of Tupac, I think he did a great job. Okay? He did a great job. The mannerism, everything was great. That's Tupac right there. But I have to combine the direction of the movie, meaning the director. I didn't like the way the movie was shot. I didn't like the pacing of the movie. And it was just like everything was happening fast. And some things that were happening in the movie, I'm like, wait a minute. That never happened that way. It's kind of like if you told somebody about Tupac and they made a movie about him. They didn't know him. They don't know facts. But they just made a movie off of hearsay. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I
know. There are things in a movie you just know. I know that didn't happen and didn't go down that way. Okay, then of course that's why you have Jada Pinkett coming out saying, listen, the way they portrayed me in that movie, that's not what happened with me and Tupac. Those scenes that happened in there, that didn't happen. If you're gonna do a biopic, right? If you're gonna do a biopic on somebody, you should have facts. And there's a lot of things that are not facts in this movie.
So 50 Cent calls Tupac movie trash. He says All Eyes on Me film was bullshit. Okay. And I know Jada Pinkett Smith is upset because she says it was all lies based on the relationship between her and Tupac. Although they were dancing in that video together, it looked like they knew each other for many years.
No. She said they were good friends.
Of course they were.
There's things that happened in that movie that didn't happen.
Okay, but guess what? It wasn't a documentary. It was a film.
Right.
Like, it wasn't intended to be.
But it's kind of like the Biggie movie. It's kind of like the Biggie movie, Notorious. People are gonna watch that movie wanting. That's why Little Kim was angry about the way she was portrayed in the movie. But the thing is, most people that know Little Kim and knew Biggie at that time say, hey, yeah, you mad that that's the way you portrayed in the movie, but that's the way it happened, though. You know what I'm saying? So nobody made a big deal about, except her. She was the only one. And the movie, Notorious, was great from beginning to end. I love that movie.
Haven't seen it.
But the Tupac movie was more like, I could have watched this movie on TNT or whatever. I wish that somebody else had taken this project and done it instead of whoever the director was.
Yeah, I mean, remember, it's going to make people upset. A lot of people will be upset. I know Jada Pinkett Smith is upset. Snoop Dogg in the LA Times calls bullshit on negative All Eyes on Me reviews. I mean, everyone's pretty much given their 2 cents, and they're not happy about it. But hey, even MC Hammer defended the Tupac biopic.
Yeah, Hammer knew Tupac, so But it wasn't a good movie. That's all I know. If you're gonna go to the movies this weekend, there's other things to go see. It comes at night. I like that movie. I thought it was gonna be a horror film. It's not a horror film. It's a horror film as far as fear goes, but it's not like a horror film where you're waiting for like a monster to come out or something. That's a little spoiler for you. But
what movie?
It comes at night. It
comes at night.
Yeah, it opened last weekend. People went to go see it, and then when they came out of the movie, people that were polled at the movie theaters about, hey, how'd you like this movie on a scale of 1 to 10? A lot of people said they hated it. Reason being is because the reason they went to see it, they thought it was a scary movie, where in the trailers it shows like something is gonna come at night. Like wow, what is this? Something, a monster or something that the family is scared of. But when you watch the movie, that is not what happens. It is not a horror film like that. So it's a good movie, but it's not a horror film. It's a slow burn type of movie. But
movie I probably wouldn't watch.
No. You probably be better off going to see The Mummy or something like that. Something more action packed.
Yes.
Well, we got Transformers coming up in I think in 2 weeks, and then Spider-Man in 2 or 3 weeks.
All right.
So got some good movies coming up.
Transformers, I look forward to that. Optimus plays a good guy or bad guy?
Oh,
bad guy.
Optimus, we have to see. The trailers are showing him to do something bad, but we know Optimus is Optimus, and this is supposed to be the last Transformers movie.
Good.
So we'll see what happened, and then also go see Wonder Woman this weekend if you haven't seen Wonder Woman. Right. Great film.
All right, I'll take your word for it, but I highly doubt it.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, you could support the movie by going. I'm just saying.
Moving on. Big shout out to Marvin who's watching right now. Okay, so we coming up news on the Truth Radio. We've been looking for new cast members since some of our cast members have fallen in love with each other and ran away.
Is that what happened?
Well, I haven't seen Suave. I haven't seen Joel at all.
Oh, Suave and Joel. Right. Wow. I didn't know. I didn't know You know, I didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know. I didn't know that. Wow, this is breaking news.
It is breaking
You're
news.
breaking some news right now.
I am. Of course,
Okay.
when you don't show up, there's going to be rumors about you. We all know that.
Right.
And yeah, it's a touchy subject, but no, they're not in love. But we all know Joelle does not like me at all anymore. I don't know why. I mean, do you have any idea why? I mean, we try to get her back. It just didn't work. It didn't work.
I don't know why, but maybe in the future we will. Maybe there'll be some kind of a sit down or something in the future.
I mean, yes. Well, hopefully someday we'll find out why.
Yeah.
No,
maybe.
Suave could not make it tonight. He had to work. He's a hard worker, Suave. He works hard for the money. So hard for you, honey. He works hard for the money, so you better treat him right. Okay, I'm sorry. That was an old song from the '80s. I work hard for money.
Great song.
Great song. And we saw Suave earlier, didn't we?
For a little bit, yeah.
We did, didn't we? Great conversation. It's a shame that he couldn't be with us tonight. I know he really wanted to.
He did.
Yeah. So, anyways, but yes, we have some new co-hosts that we're going to be presenting to you in the upcoming days and weeks. They'll be joining us soon.
And let's give a shout out to those co-hosts. We're going to have Crystal and KD joining the Truth Radio. So
yes,
very happy for that. Very happy for you guys to meet them and
definitely.
Do their thing.
Yeah, so keep a lookout on the website. You'll see their bios soon and learn a little bit about them, and just keep watching and we'll see how it goes. But I'm pretty confident it will go great. Whew. All right.
Long journey, Ed. It's been a long journey,
It's the journey's still going, man. We're still in that RV traveling all the states, stopping by every state.
Every state. Right.
Yes. Why do I have a feeling Swap is watching right now? Let me see. I just got a text. Okay, it's not him. Yeah. So, anyways, well, Miss Lex, you have anything else?
No, I think that's it. The only thing I'm going to say is we are going to try and put out, more videos consistently. We know if you're watching us right now, you are a, loyal follower to us. So we're going to try and put out more videos consistently. We've got the team intact right now. So hopefully you guys will just, stay with us. Now, next week, we may not have a wrap up, but we'll be back hopefully the following week or the week after that.
I'll be in South Florida. We may actually have to do a show while I'm down there. We'll see what happens. All right. For Mr. Lexima, I'm Crazy Eddie. You've been listening to The Truth Radio. The truth will set you free, and we are out.